Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and of course it's Travel Tuesday, and we love traveling. Now we have very, very amazing content creators here. We've got a photographer and a travel content creator. We've got Shantizi and your mama's Televizi and Kairizi, who is here. Sorry, I know them well, and that's why I can say this sort of, sorry, but just for the sake of appearances, Shantae Peterson and Kyron Allen are here to make sure that you enjoy your holiday with some hidden gems for those who still have leave. If you are now entering the workload for the year, then look away.
We are
these
sorry.
hidden gems are going to make you less the travel again, but it's okay.
And now watch all hope leave the mind. Shantizzle.
Yes, that's the other one. Welcome.
Welcome, guys. Thank you for making us one of your little pit stops, because I know you're often out there exploring.
Yes.
Best job in the world, yes or no?
Definitely.
I love it.
Without a doubt.
You too.
So what is the job? What is the job? Obviously, we know there is a lot of work in terms of the content kind of production itself.
Yes.
So you've got to be a little mini production house that is ready to do
Yes.
anything at any given time.
Yeah.
But in terms of what you're going to get, how do you set it up? How do you go out there? You just like get a map and go, boom, we're going there.
You know what? It's weird. You don't always do that. Sometimes you just plan on going on a trip and you stumble upon these hidden gems because you decide to hike. You decide to get out there and walk and go look for it.
Yeah.
You know, the most beautiful ones were the ones we stumbled upon.
Because they're hidden gems.
They're hidden
Sure.
gems.
Exactly.
And I think, I mean,
Yeah.
18 years in the space, speaking to local people, engaging with communities.
Yeah.
People, you know, people consume this content and see it and go, hey, dude, have you seen this?
Yeah.
You need to go here. And that's, you know, kind of how we discover
you've
all
gotta
these
try.
little places.
Some people don't even think these places are in South Africa, honestly.
That's probably
the most comments we
yeah,
get. They're
the
like,
most common thing.
Yeah.
This can't be SA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's just down the road.
And it's going to
Yeah.
cost you $80 to get
Yeah,
there.
literally.
Go. Yeah.
We just did one the other day in Johannesburg.
Yes.
25 rand a person to go. Most incredible thing.
that was
Water
Clarence,
tunnels
yeah.
all the way down.
Oh,
Yes,
Clarence
yes.
is on a different
Unbelievable,
level.
man.
yes.
And,
I love it.
But this is the great thing about hidden gems.
Yeah.
Is that we naturally as human beings try to one-up each other.
Definitely.
And I think that's where your content comes from. Is that
Sure.
like, oh my word, but you may have seen like Kraalbaai, but like, have you seen the underground tunnels of Cape Town? And then next thing you know, you're like, hey, that's
Yeah.
actually quite good. So
Sure.
your
Yeah.
work's almost done for you, which is really great. But
Definitely.
let's venture into
Yeah.
some of these places,
Take us
because
there.
this is actually like, the first one I want to get to is it's actually one that I heard of quite recently. So when Donkey's Kraal came up, I was like, no ways.
Oh, man.
Now give us a
man.
little rundown. Donkey's
Oh,
Kraal.
man.
Now, first and foremost, when you hear it, you're thinking, right, we're going to see
Donkeys.
Yeah.
the famous donkey.
There's no donkeys anymore.
Is there a kraal, at least?
Well, I mean, you know what? When I actually discovered the place, I discovered it through Tay's Instagram. And there was this cool shot of her in a bath and 2.3 million views. And I'm like, what is this?
Well, she was in a bath.
Yeah, she wasn't. Yeah, well,
Okay, yeah.
I think
But
the
it's
answer,
okay.
I think the answer is in the question.
There
I
it is,
think
there it
it
is.
might.
Sorry, we got that. Apologies.
And it's true. You've got to start with that as the picture, though.
That's
If
correct.
you're in the bath, and it doesn't matter where you go.
It's straight clickbait.
Get that? No, 100%.
Oh, man.
I mean, it's one of the most incredible places.
Yeah.
You get it's all about the
It's real
cave,
caves
the bath,
that you
the
sleep in.
environment.
And they just worked around it.
And
So-
that's unique.
Yes.
I mean, I've got to travel to the other side of the world to find
dude.
something
Yeah.
like that. That is
And
incredible.
it's very affordable, by the way. So for everyone that's listening, one of the most affordable, unique hidden
I love it.
gems.
If you want to get out there, get to the Wild Coast. It is a
Oh.
different, it feels like a different world.
Oh, yeah.
In Tentu, Pondoland. Talk us through that.
Oh man, I mean, I grew up down the south coast.
Okay.
I lived on a banana farm in
Oh,
Port Edward,
lucky boy.
and for me, the Eastern
I
Cape
call him
was my
Pisanki.
playground. Yeah, banana boys for another reason. But, the Eastern Cape, possibly the Wild Coast,
Yeah,
is
yeah.
just
Unmatched.
unbelievable,
Unmatched.
man. The waterfalls, the locations, the landscape, but the people.
The people.
In Tentu, what
That's
it has
the
to
gem.
offer, like
Yeah.
no signal. The big thing for me.
Thank goodness.
I want to go to places where
rural.
no one can get
Very.
to.
If you want to understand
Very.
what proper rural
Definitely.
living is like in terms of the sense of community,
Yeah, everything.
what a chief means to his village, how you'll get looked after.
And how the community takes care of itself without any issues.
Ubuntu, yeah, proper.
Wow.
That's it.
Yeah, love Bondoland, love it.
Okay, let's do like a speed round of a couple more here. So let's go to a little bit of a mix here. Clarence Cave as well. Shantae, talk us through this one very quickly.
I'll do that very quick. It's a must. It's a hidden gem in Clarence, yeah, as you can see. And the thing about this cave is you can only visit at certain times of the year because there's birds breeding there, and it's only guided. But it's so beautiful. So yeah, they take care of it.
And they have to. I mean, the geology in that part of the world in Clarence is singular, as far as I understand. It's like, you know, you're not going to find those views
that specific cave, you need to add in the -3-degree swim across the pond. You can't get it. It's not accessible. You got to swim through this -3.
Got to have an ice bath.
Up a ladder, ice bath, up a ladder, and you're in.
I love it, man. It's woke as well. Mix of travels. We've got the Clarence Cave, Tabazimbi.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm going to let you take this one.
Tabazimbi.
I mean, Tabazimbi was a surprise to me. You know, we were going to this farm in the middle of nowhere, and we get there, and I think like unique stays, container homes, people have just pieced things together. The most incredible, you know, rooms, decor, things to do, quad bikes. You get there, we got a rhino. That's how you get to your room, and
you ride a rhino.
You ride a rhino to your room?
I mean, it's a four-wheeler.
One
of those. I prefer the other. It's going about
man.
Park, ride your Can-Am to your room, cut off. It's just the most incredible sunset, sunrises.
I mean, looking at the visuals,
red sand.
It looks spectacular, and your content is good, guys. Your content is spectacular.
And it's something that people don't expect of Tabazimbi either. So I try to steer away from just Cape Town, and because that's what the foreigners know. But then they see these places, and then they're like, well, how do we get there?
And I think they often don't realise it's 45 minutes, an hour's drive.
But I think one of the biggest things we've noticed is people are actually actioning, watching the content, and then going. And then tagging us in the stuff. Thank you so much, guys. You plugged us to this epic cave, this epic stay, in between to wherever it may be. So people are actually going and actioning it.
And doing it because you've created
which is super satisfying.
It is.
I love the movement.
No, but and kudos to you, because that supports entrepreneurs, that supports these small towns, that supports these communities. If you want this to be your tribe, you want to sit in a bath in some foreign location and look amazing.
Especially in a bath.
Especially in a bath. You can find that place here in this country. Guys, you are amazing. Keep up the good work. You're doing phenomenal content. Thank you so much.
Great stuff. Well, let's flex our muscles for a second, though. We went from travels. Now let's travel through our muscularity with Ryle.